I want to ask you something. Maybe you should sit down and search within yourself. Are you sure leaving that marriage is the best option for you? Are you sure that leaving that marriage is the best option for you? I'm a lawyer. On a normal day, when I'm not on TikTok, I'm a lawyer. I deal with a lot of children matter, family matters, divorce succession. So when clients come to me, especially women, and they are seeking to file for divorce, I usually take my time to listen to their story and I give them the truth. Sinangata maya pesa. Ati yo client amekuja achukua no. Sinangata maya pesa, because at the end of the day, I don't want to do a divorce and then you end up suffering. You end up suffering. So I like laying all the facts on the table whenever I get a client. So if I know very well that you divorcing your husband is not a good financial decision, I usually tell that client, you need to go and prepare yourself before you come to me. Like, go set your affairs first in order, because I can tell you how this journey is going to be. It's going to be very, very rough for you. I had a client who came to me, been married for almost 30 years. They only have 2 children. The man has built her a home somewhere in is it Kamulu, yes. So one of the child is quite bright, doing well in a nice school. The other child is a bit disabled. So this man decided to go and marry another woman because he wanted more children. So he decided to go and marry another woman. So my client did not like it. The man has bought more property for the other woman than this wife of her youth. When my client tried to talk to the husband was like, but I provide everything for you. You are catered for. Like, why are you complaining? And of course, my client was hurt. So she came to me asking me, oh, Akili, I want to file for divorce. I want to be free from this marriage. I told her, well and good. I validate your feelings. I affirm your feelings. And I understand your heart. But let's now look at the facts. Sometimes when you already know what you are feeling, or you're not even sure of where your emotions stand, look at the facts. So I told her, let's look at the facts. Number 1, you have no job. Like, you have no source of income. 0 income. Number 2, this man has given you shelter. You have no place to live. If you leave this marriage, you're going to suffer. Number 3, you've already told me that you have a child who is disabled. And you have one who is doing well and is in a very well-paying school, and you have no job. So which means if you leave that marriage, that child is going to go to a lower school than that. And on top of that, I confirmed more than once that the man is not violent, because that is where, like, I can't encourage anyone to stay. So I asked her, so what is your plan? So let's say you get the divorce today. What is your plan? Oh, my plan is I want to be granted the house, the one she's living in. I want to be granted the house, and I also want him to provide me with child support. I told him, okay. I told her, okay. And I told her, right now, if the two of you, if you just tell him that you want to file for divorce, he's going to chase you away. I told her that. I told her that man is not going to allow you to stay there. You're going to do your divorce case when you're out of that house. I told her. And I asked her, that is the immediate first reaction when you tell him that you want to file for divorce. He's going to chase you away from that home. You've already told me you have no home, so you need to go and rent. You have no source of income. Number 2, your child is disabled and you use almost 40,000 a month for treatment and medicine. And you've confirmed to me that this guy pays up for those medical needs every month. So if you have no place to stay, you have no 40,000 consistently every month to pay for your child's medication. This other child is doing well in school, in a good paying school, and you want to leave this marriage. So I told her, you'll be chased away. And there's a higher chance that if you decide to leave this marriage and live with your children, if this guy has married another wife, it only means that he doesn't really care, like care about you. So the chances of him turning out to be a deadbeat are so high if you decide to leave. So what effect will that have on your children? You are risking their education. You are risking their outcome in life because you are seeking peace of mind and happiness, because I believe that is what she wanted. Like, I want to be out of this marriage to regain my peace, you know? I told her that is what will happen. So I told her, if you leave that marriage, it's a bad financial decision, as opposed to you staying in it, as you prepare yourself to have a victory exit. If you have no job, you have no land, you have no house, I told her, go back to that house, act like a stupid person. Act like you're not aware, but you know your end goal. The next time you come to me, make sure you're fully prepared. And on top of that, I don't want to take your legal fees when I know where we are heading to. If you can't, if you don't have a job, where are you getting the legal fees? You're going to dispose of something that you have. For what? To come and pay me for you to go and suffer with your children. So if you know you living that marriage is a bad financial decision, you need to think twice. Unless there is violence. Unless there is violence, do not leave that marriage unless it's a good financial decision. If you are married, if you have money as a woman, it's fine. You can live, you can always start. If you have money, anything is capable. But if you have nothing, you start looking at the facts and always put your children in that decision. You know, when we were young, we would not understand why our mothers would stick around for us. But as you grow, you now understand. You now understand that you living will affect the children more than your own peace. It will affect their education than your own peace. So you need to ask yourself as a woman, you sit down and decide, am I capable of doing this on my own? If yes, then leave. Am I not? Is there any violence? No. The only thing he's doing is cheating and all that nonsense. I'm going to prepare for myself.